With Black Ops 2 having been ported to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, I thought I'd make a beginner's guide to the map Buried. Near where Juggernog and the mystery box can be located here, this is where you'll drop down to when you come down from the quick revive area. Come through here towards the saloon, and you'll actually want to pop this door here to the candy shop. There is the arrows there pointing towards where the power is as well, but just simply buy this door for 750 points, and then you'll be able to come up these stairs to activate the power. How you can free Arthur/Leroy in this map. So dropping down from spawn, there are one of two ways that you can go to get to Leroy/Arthur's cell. Now you can see here this bridge will actually fall apart on you, indicating that you can actually drop down there. Going through that pathway there will take you to the courthouse, but if you drop down here, you'll land on this roof. And if you come through the roof and into the housing area itself and drop through the little hole as you've seen me do there, you'll be able to grab the key here, unlock Leroy's cell. And then once the cell is unlocked, you'll be able to give him this bottle of booze. The booze and also the key will always spawn here. There are different locations if you're looking to get a second set of booze, or alternatively to get another key to free Leroy. I'll showcase those in a different video. But that is how you can get Leroy free in the map Buried. If you don't go this way from Quick Revive and you actually drop down this hole in the ground here, it'll bring you towards Leroy's cell. You can go over this bridge here and drop through the hole there, or alternatively you can drop down to the main area of the map. And there's the mystery box, which will always spawn here. Head up these stairs, and then you'll just need to jump across this walkway to the hole as well. So starting in the spawn room, before we drop down, you've got the M14 and you've got the Olympia on the wall, as is Zombie's tradition at this point to have those two guns on the wall available in spawn. But you've also actually, in this map, got a third weapon available in spawn, and that is actually the LSAT. Now the LSAT will set you back 2,000 points, so you'll need to build that many up before you drop down the hole to the main area of the map, and can be accessed by making this jump to the ledge and then going up to the wall by for 2,000 points. But as you slide down and inevitably fall down, as I've done in the gameplay, you'll encounter your first of 6 question marks on the wall. The question marks are used to draw a weapon of your choosing on the wall. The Remington chalk is here, so I can take the Remington chalk and I can draw it here. However, if I decide I don't want the Remington to be there, I can actually drop down, and another 2 of the 6 locations are here, just by Leroy/Arthur's cell, and also the stairs here by the mystery box. Inside of the gunsmith, you'll be able to find the 5 other chalks that are available to draw, totaling 6. So you've got the Remington, which is available by Quick Revive. Then you've got the PDW-57, the AK-74U, the Galvanuckles, the SVU Sniper Rifle, and the AN-94. Drawing one of the chalks on the wall will actually give you 1,000 points as well. As you can see, I got 1,000 points for drawing the Remington there. I'd get 1,000 points for drawing the PDW there, the AN there, the Galvanuckles there. You get 1,000 points per time you draw a chalk. And something else that's useful is the final chalk that you draw on the map will actually reward you with 2,000 points instead of 1,000. So inside of the gunsmith, you've got your 5 chalks, but just on the outside of the gunsmith, you've got a B23R pistol as well, which is buyable for 1,000 points. That can be accessed, and that is permanent. That isn't chalked on. That is always going to be there in your game. Coming away from the gunsmith then, on the side of the saloon, you've got the M16, which is always going to be located here in your game. That's not chalked on. And just inside of the saloon there, you've got the Bowie knife, which is on the wall there, that blue glow. And as you can see, the Bowie knife is there, and then on top of the saloon, on the boardwalk, is another possible chalk drawing, so you could put any one of the 6 weapons here that you chose to. Below the power room in the candy store, you've got claymores available on the wall for 1,000 points. 4th location for chalk can be accessed inside of the courthouse and is available there on the wall, and also you can get at the courthouse through this door here for 1250, or by coming through the back tunnels that lead through here from Quick Revive. And then finally, you need to give Arthur booze so he breaks down the church debris, and the final chalk drawing can be placed on top of the church on the question mark there. And then before you head into the witch's house to go towards the maze and the pack punch area, you can also grab yourself an MP5 on the wall, just like I've done in the gameplay here. There is the first location there by the Quick Revive machine. However, the mystery box will always spawn in that corner there by the wall. It will always be there in your games. Another possible location for it, however, is coming above Arthur's cell. As you can see, Arthur is tucked in his cell just in there. Well, you can't see him, but he's in there. And then there's a location above his cell just here as well. Another possible location for the mystery box is above the gunsmith. So the mystery box can also spawn inside of this room here by this debris, which can be purchased for 1,250 points. Another possible mystery box location is inside of the courthouse. As you can see, I'm on the top floor of the courthouse. A mystery box can also spawn there. So there are actually two possible mystery box locations inside of the maze also. So facing towards the gazebo on the left-hand side of the maze, there is a mystery box location here. Obviously, if the box were to be here in your game, there will be a light as well beaming towards the sky, as there always is, to help you indicate to you as to where the box is. And there is also a final mystery box location near the gazebo on the right-hand side of the maze also. So dropping down the slide from spawn, you'll be presented with Quick Revive. And then dropping down the little hole from Quick Revive, Juggernog is there. You're going to need to use Arthur/Leroy to open Jug. So I do have a video showcasing how that can be done. And then heading up here using the Paralyzer. Now, if you don't have the Paralyzer to fly up here, you can actually jump through the doors there where I'm shooting. There's doors for $12.50 that can be bought, and then you can come through the staircase just there to find the speed cola machine. Another way into the speed cola room is to use a trample steam from that ledge there, and you'll be able to get speed cola. Heading out from the bank and then through the tunnel here past the chalk, which is located here, and you actually can see the perks on the map through Vulture Aid as well. I'll show you where Vulture Aid is in a second, but you can actually see that Mule Kick is located here. And instead of going through the tunnels at the bank, you can actually jump across from the ledge there to get at Mule Kick as well. So as I mentioned, that door there is going to take you towards Speed Cola. If you haven't already, however, you'll need to use Leroy to open up the church debris here, and then you'll be able to find Vulture Aid located towards the back of the church near the altar. For double tap, you're actually going to need to drop into the witch's house, and you'll be able to buy double tap here for 2,000 points. And then finally, you're going to want to head to the gazebo at the back of the maze to find Stamina Up. Now, if you've got the Paralyzer, you can fly over fences, like so. If you haven't, then you're going to need to find your way through the maze to head to the back of the map of the gazebo. But instead of going down these spiral stairs for Pack-a-Punch, Stamina Up can be found at the back of the map. The first thing that you're going to need to do is activate the power and free Leroy. I have guides on both of those things if you don't know how to already do them. And to get to the Pack-a-Punch machine, you're going to need to go through the witch's house, which is at the very back of the main area of the map. And there are three ways in which you can access the witch's house. The first is by using Leroy or Arthur to break down the debris at the gate. The second is by building and crafting the trample steam to help fling through this hole in the fence, and I have a guide showcasing how you can build the trample steam also in the video description. And then the third and final option is by flying over the fence using the Paralyzer, which is the map's wonder weapon. Heading through the witch's house, you want to be careful not to get touched by the witches. They won't actually do you any damage, but they will take 2,000 points off you per time you're touched. So work your way through the witch's house, be very careful, anticipate witches spawning in front of you, work your way through slowly, make sure you've got a good amount of ammo to get through this section as well. And then once you drop out and kill the final witch, you are actually rewarded with another bonus perk for this as well. You're then going to want to work your way through the maze. Having the Paralyzer at this point is a cheat code because you can fly over the green gates. There are 6 possible configurations that the maze can be in, and it will change configuration every 10 seconds when you're not inside of the maze. I'll flash graphics on screen here of the 6 possible configurations. Feel free to pause the video to review. For clarity, the red lines are gates or blocked pathways. And then once you get to the back of the maze at the gazebo, you'll want to descend the spiral staircase, and the Pack-a-Punch machine will be located at the bottom. All of the abilities of Arthur, who's a friendly NPC in the map, buried. The first thing that you're going to want to do is free Arthur, so drop through the hole here into the jailhouse, collect the key that is on the wall next to his cell, unlock the cell, and then feed him the booze. The booze will cause him to turn around and charge in the other direction. This is one of 8 debris that can be broken down by giving Arthur booze. Giving Arthur booze will cause him to charge in the opposite direction to which he's facing, and booze will spawn once per round randomly in one of 4 possible locations. Those being inside of Arthur's cell, on one of 2 tables inside of the saloon, or at the end of the bar inside of the saloon also. You can also buy more booze for 1,000 points inside of the saloon. Having broken down the debris outside of Leroy's cell, there are now 7 bits of debris that can be broken down using booze. Firstly, there's debris between the 2 houses here where Juggernog can be found. The second being the entrance to the gunsmith. There is a build-up of debris next to the gunsmith near the B23R. Between the candy shop and the general store. The entrance to the witch's house. The entrance to the church. and also this fountain in the centre area here. And by destroying this fountain, there will be an identical fountain once you've gone through the witch's house in the centre of the maze. Destroying this with an explosive gun, or also by using grenades, claymores, monkey bombs, will open up a teleporter that will return you to the surface. There are 3 possible spawn points for candy. Candy will spawn in one of 3 locations inside of the candy store once per round. Those 3 locations being on a barrel as if you were entering the candy store from near the saloon, on a barrel opposite the checkout point, and near the window. Extra candy can be bought for 1,000 points each time from the counter. Giving Arthur candy will cause him to rage. If you give Arthur candy near a crawler, then he will pick up the crawler and hold it until you decide to kill it. If you give Arthur candy near a power-up, then he will change that power-up for a different one. And this also does work with the money power-up that can be given in the bank. If you give Arthur candy near chalk, then he will take the chalks and draw them randomly in the open sections of the map. If you give Arthur candy near an active mystery box location, then he will lock it down in that location for the remainder of the game. If you give Arthur candy near an empty box location, then he will go and get the mystery box and place it in that location, providing it's accessible. If you give Arthur candy near an open mystery box, then he will respin it totally for free. Giving Arthur candy near an empty build table will make him go and randomly build one of the 4 buildables on the map. And if you've already begun crafting an item, giving Arthur candy near the table it's being crafted on will make him go and complete the remaining buildable for you. And if you give Arthur candy near a subsurface resonator, then he will also go and fetch a turbine for you. If you shoot Arthur, then he will return to his cell and lock himself away. To unlock his cell, a key will spawn in one of 4 possible spawn locations, those being next to his cell, in the courthouse below the jury table, above the saloon as you're heading towards the boardwalk, and in the bank as you're heading towards the tunnel. Showcasing how you can build the trample steam in the map Buried. Now, to build the trample steam, there are 4 different parts that you're going to be looking for. You're going to need to take them individually to the crafting table of your choice. The first part is the flag, which can be located in a barrel beneath the staircase. The second part is a battery, which can be found on a bookshelf to the left of the main entrance. Thirdly, you're looking for the mesh, which can be found just to the left of the staircase heading up to the 2nd floor of the general store. And then finally, the 4th piece, the flinger, can be found on a table inside of the upstairs room. The parts will always spawn in these locations in every game of Buried that you play. This item can be crafted on any of the 4 building tables in the map, and they can be located above Leroy's cell, inside of the courthouse, inside of the saloon, and inside of the church. I'll be showing you how you can build the turbine in the map. There are 3 parts to the turbine, and all of them can be located inside of the general store. So with that being said, the first part to the turbine is the mannequin body, and this can be located in the back room of the ground floor. The second part is the fan, and that can be found on the bookshelf in the upstairs room. And then finally, the propellers can be found on the bookshelf at the far left of the entrance to the general store. Take all 3 of these parts individually to a crafting table of your choosing, and you will have built the turbine. All 3 of these parts will always spawn in these exact locations. This item can be crafted on any of the 4 building tables in the map, and they can be located above Leroy's cell, inside of the courthouse, inside of the saloon, and inside of the church. Showing you in this one how you can build the subsurface resonator. Now there are 4 parts to the subsurface resonator that can all be located inside of the general store, and they will always spawn in these exact locations during any game of Buried that you play. The stand is located in the corridor towards the back of the general store, as you can see me entering through the back door. The roulette frame is on the back wall near the corridor towards the back entrance of the general store. The roulette wheel is on the front left counter of the general store, and then the motor is located at the top of the stairs. Take all 4 of these parts to a crafting table of your choosing, and you'll have built the subsurface resonator. You will need a turbine to power the subsurface resonator, so if you don't know how to build that, I'll have a crafting guide linked in the video description. This item can be crafted on any of the 4 building tables in the map, and they can be located above Leroy's cell, inside of the courthouse, inside of the saloon, and inside of the church. Showcasing how you can build the head chopper. There are 4 parts to the head chopper, and they can all be located inside of the general store, and they will always spawn in these exact locations during any game of Buried that you're playing. The first part is the saw, which can be located inside of a barrel towards the back of the general store. The cogs can be located on the front right counter as you enter the general store. The tube or gear can be located towards the back of the bookshelf on the left of the entrance to the general store, and the frame can be located in the back room on the ground floor of the general store. Take all 4 parts individually to a crafting table of your choosing, and you will have crafted the head chopper. This item can be crafted on any of the 4 building tables in the map, and they can be located above Leroy's cell, inside of the courthouse, inside of the saloon, and inside of the church. Now once you start playing this map and you drop down the slide towards the Remington quick revive area, you're not going to be able to go back up that slide to get to spawn. So what you're going to instead want to do, if you need to return to the spawn room, or just want to, is buy some booze or use the free booze for that round, and then bring Leroy/Arthur, the giant, over towards this area of the map. So you've got the courthouse there, and you've also got the church located just back there, and then the witch's house as well. You then want to give Leroy booze to destroy this fountain here. Once Leroy has destroyed the fountain, you want to head through the witch's house to the maze area, and in the centre of the maze is going to be an identical fountain to the one Leroy has just destroyed. You're not going to have Leroy available this time to destroy the fountain, so you're going to need to use explosives, whether that be monkey bombs, claymores, frag grenades, Mustang and Sally's, RPG, war machine, etc. You'll know that you've done this correctly because there'll be a limey yellow liquid flowing inside of the portal. Simply jump inside of the portal and you'll be able to return to the spawn room. And if you want to return to the walkway where you spawn, then you're going to need to use the paralyzer to fly up to this area. This is an exclusive perma-perk for the map Buried, and it's a very simple process. You just need to repeatedly take fall damage. So I always like to unlock this at these stairs. You can do it from any height, but just need to repeatedly take fall damage. I believe it's anywhere from between, let me just kill him because I didn't take any damage there. I believe it's anywhere between sort of 5 to 10 repetitions of taking damage. So I think you'll need to just jump down the stairs 5 to 10 times and you will unlock it. You can dive, any form of damage will count, and then once you've unlocked the PhD flopper perk, you'll know because there'll be a green flash on screen that confirms that has been unlocked, just like so. So if I now take a dive down these stairs, you can see that the flopper is enabled. I will also be immune to grenade explosions. However, I'm not actually immune to cooking a grenade in my hand. It will down me. I'm going to be showcasing how you can duplicate the perks that is given from killing the witches. To do this is actually a very straightforward process. You're going to need to acquire the time bomb from the mystery box before going through or coming out of the witch's house. And before you kill the final witch or witches that are pursuing you that will then give you the free perk, simply place your time bomb down, then kill the final witches. This will reward you with the free perk power-up. However, before you take it, simply activate your time bomb. That'll respawn the final few witches that were left on the map. You'll be able to then kill them again to get a second free perk bottle, and the perk bottle that you got the first time around will also remain active on the map. So you can pick that one up, kill the final few witches, and get another free perk. I'm going to be showcasing how you can get a perk in this map for 10 points. So you're going to head to the saloon area of the map, and you're going to want to stand behind this Oki here, having acquired the ballistic knives from the box. You're going to then be aiming for a bullseye, just like so. And then once you've done that, you will see that the piano back here has started to play on its own, as if a ghost is playing it. So you'll be able to see that the piano keys are in fact moving without anybody playing them. I'm going to grab the Bowie knife as well and leave myself with exactly 10 points just to show this works. So as I've said, a ghost is playing the piano. That's your indication to head towards the witch's house where the ghost is actually located. I hope I've got enough bullets for this, but you're going to want to work your way through the witch's house, being careful not to let them take your money. and then you're going to want to drop out and then head back through the reverse of the witch's house. So you're going to want to head straight back into the witch's house. There will be a spawn ahead of me here. And you can see actually here that there is a ghost playing the piano. You can tip her 10 points and she'll give you a free perk. So for myself, I was rewarded double tap 2. This will be any one of the perks that you haven't already got on the map. A little trick that you can do in Buried involving the Galvanuckles, which I've drawn just up by there on top of the saloon, and also the Time Bomb, which I've got in my inventory here. So how this trick is going to work is going to involve the safe at the back here. Now, if you've got the Galvanuckles and you knife the safe, you'll actually then be able to add points for 1,000. You can then reclaim these points here also, and another player in your game can pick them up if you're in a co-op game as well. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put a time bomb down in the bank. You're then going to want to head back behind the bank for the safe and activate the Galvanuckle point here and put a whole bunch of money away. Okay, as you can see now, I am down to 340 points. I've put all my money inside of that power up here. Now, if I activate the time bomb, don't forget the time bomb was placed before I created my money power up. So I should still have, in theory, 105,000 points, plus then my money power up is here, and boom, look at that, I can duplicate my money. Obviously there is a little bit of tax on there. I think it takes 100 each time you make a deposit, so you'll put 1,000 in and then it'll take 100 to do that, so it'll actually only be a 900 point power up created. But that is how you can fill up your bank fast while playing the map Buried. The 3 teddy bears are located to activate the Easter egg song, which is called Always Running, for this map. Now, the first teddy bear is actually just below the slide here as you jump down from spawn. It's actually tucked away in by this hay here. The second teddy bear is actually located inside of the candy shop where the power is located, so the power is indicated by the arrows on the wall there. But if you come inside the candy shop here for 750 points, you can see a teddy bear located inside of the barrel of candy. And then you want to destroy the debris blocking the path to the witch's house. And then the third and final teddy bear is actually located inside of the witch's house. So I'm going to mute the gameplay here and let the song take over, as I always do.
This buried well of consciousness, I can barely hear the rain. Everyone one becomes anonymous. All their faces seem the same. Always unrelenting, descending into our own nightmare. From this twisted fantasy